Cheers. Well, good morning. Happy Monday. There's officially no more days off until summer. So we got about 2 months straight, which is doable. It's only 2 months. I hope you had a lovely Easter. I know I did. Today, we're starting linear review. This is our last full week of STAAR review. Next week, they start taking the STAAR tests, but it's not until the following week that they actually take the algebra STAAR. So I have like 8 school days left, really, to teach or to prep for STAAR. So today we are doing slope, and then that'll just kind of bleed over into the week, all linear stuff. I'm looking forward to this week because this is the week that a lot of the students said they wanted help with because the test is like 50% linear, and linear was like the first thing that we did, so a lot of the kids have like forgotten how to do it. They just don't really remember a lot about it, so I'm excited to be able to go over it with them. A little bit of a jump scare. Walk in this morning and they told us, it's been on the calendar, that grades are due Monday at 4, like next week Monday at 4. The grade book opens on Thursday, closes next week Monday at 4. And I told all my kids, okay, finalizing grades on Friday, Come in today, and nope, grade book actually opened last week Thursday, and it is closing tomorrow by 4. So that's going to be fun to explain to all of my children who are scrambling to get their grades up. But you know what? I know what I'm doing today. Today I'm doing a book it because they've requested it, an escape room, and some task cards. I think tomorrow I'm doing bingo. Excited about that. Did I even create a bingo, or am I just like expecting myself to create that? I think I'm expecting myself to create that. Perfect. Okay, so I need to do that. So my conference today is going to be busy. Let's start today off right with my brain games. So I have to do the one from this weekend and today. This weekend's was a decipher. Super excited. This one was a little bit tricky, but I think its definitions belong to the definers, not the defined. Yeah. Missing shape. Let's see what goes right there. Not A. I think it's C. Yes. Okay, super fun. As I mentioned, I have quite a bit of stuff to do, and I have about 7 minutes to do it before PLC, so I better get a move on. Finished up at PLC, and I need to update my math joke of the week. I finally started getting back into it, and I was talking to my grandfather. My grandfather was a math teacher as well, and he always sends me like little math jokes, and I was like, yeah, anytime you find one, just keep them coming, because I like do a math joke of the week, and my students love that. So he sent me these 2 math joke books. So we're going to find a math joke for today. And I specifically am looking for ones that like make sense for what we've been learning this year, because like, why didn't the circle want to attend school? Because it already had 360 degrees. That's funny, but we didn't talk about circles at all. What's a mathematician's favorite type of dance? The square dance. Okay, that's actually funny. What is 4 multiplied by 60 to the power of 34? A math problem. Why didn't the mathematician eat lunch? Because he could buy no meals. Binomials. That's actually pretty funny. Why should you avoid missing math class? Because it adds up. Why is geometry hard for people who don't exercise? Because they're out of shape. Oh my gosh, this is funny. Okay, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and see, like, these have a lot of trigonometry, a lot of geometry, stuff like that. So I'm like, I don't want to do that. Okay, so I think I'm gonna do what's a mathematician's favorite type of dance, because last week my joke of the week was, where do math teachers go on vacation, and it was Times Square. So I'm gonna do what's the math teacher's favorite dance? Good heavens. Howdy. It is another day for the books. These are the weight of my heart. I freaking love these, but they're so hard to open. You're supposed to be able to like push in the little corner. I can never make that happen. So good. Okay. Today was good. I had pretty much everyone finish what they were supposed to finish. So tomorrow, the plan is key features of linear functions. So y-intercept, x-intercept, slope, you know, whatever. So I have bingo, which is, oh no, that's not what I wanted to do. I'm prepping the bingo now. I have little buckets that I'm filling up with all of the little cards that match their pages. So last time I had A through Y and each card had A through Y on it. This time I'm doing it like the traditional bingo way, where I did 1 through 42 because that's how many questions I have. But each page is only, like each bingo card is only gonna have 25. So hopefully that'll make the games last a little bit longer because they were finishing pretty quick because everyone had every single number or letter or whatever. So hopefully this goes by a little bit faster, or I'm sorry, hopefully this takes a little bit longer. The warm up on Canvas was a great idea. Go me. And then we did a book it today and they had a lot of fun with that because they haven't done book it's in a while, I think. I think a lot of their classes use Wayground because Wayground is just kind of better for data and stuff and mastery. But I did a book it and they seem to enjoy that. So I might do another book it tomorrow just because this is like the perfect stuff to do book-its with. Book-its is for like fast, easy recall. So key features of a linear function, that's like the time to do it because it's just like, hey, look at this graph, what's the y-intercept? Hey, look at this equation, what's the slope? Just really quick and easy. So we'll see if I end up doing that or not. So after STAAR, we only have like 3 real weeks of school. It's like 3 weeks and then the last week, which that's finals week, so they're mostly half days anyway. We're not giving a final because we're giving the EOC, so we're probably just gonna watch a movie. I actually have no idea what we're gonna do. I don't know, but we are doing projects. I'm gonna have them do like 2 projects. One of them is planning your dream vacation, which I did this in 7th grade, but I'm gonna make it more in depth this year. And then there's like a little goodbye Algebra 1 project where they kind of like create a yearbook / survival guide for incoming students. I'm really excited about that one. So that'll be fun. I have my bingo, ready to go. We're pretty much just cruising. Good morning. Happy Tuesday. Today we are doing key features of linear functions, and I think it's going to be a good day because I have a bingo and I have some other stuff. The store was out of my normal yogurt, so I got this one, which is the Dana Light and Fit, which is what I used to get, but it's the birthday cake flavor. So
they ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it.
Finished up at PLC. Time for my brain game. Ooh, it's a connect the shapes. Let's see. Okay. This is probably not the way that they did it, but it's the way that I did it. Not the way I did it, but I don't care because I was still successful. Okay. Man, PLC was kind of just like a today because oh my goodness, we were just talking about how discouraging this year is. And it's, you know, because STAAR is literally in 2 weeks, but we're all very much looking forward to after STAAR because there won't be so much like pressure. Like, there's just so much pressure on this one test. And, you know, we're systematically letting our school down. We were talking about, there was apparently somewhere there's a student that graduated high school and then sued the district that he graduated from because he couldn't read. And I'm like, yeah. They don't want anyone to experience, you know, social anxiety or like to feel less than their peers. But do you really think that the solution to not wanting them to feel less than is to just keep pushing them on to where they feel more and more less than, being surrounded by their peers that are moving on and understanding, and they're still stuck in 4th grade? Like, I don't know. There is a solution, I just don't know it, and it's going to be made by people that are much higher up than me, and unfortunately by people who haven't been in the classroom in years. So, I have a lot to do during my conference today. I have to finalize all of my progress report grades, and then I have to finish creating this game for tomorrow, because I'm crazy. So I'll show you when I get to it. But yeah, I decided to make a Candyland style game, and I'm calling it Algebra Land, just because I'm tired of doing the same thing. But, I mean, today, even after they specifically requested bingo, they were so bored with bingo today. So I was just like, I don't want to just give them worksheets, but at the same time, I don't know. We're so close. I only have 4 more like actual review days, and then we'll have like 3 more prep days for the STAAR, I want to say. So I'm just making it to the end. I get chills every time I think about the fact that like this year's basically over. Like, I can't believe it. Because you know me, I'm a planner, I plan ahead. I'm like, okay, well the next 2 weeks are locked in. I know what I'm doing, it's the STAAR. And then after that, it'll be May. Like, it'll be almost May. And crazy. All right, so I have made my colorful copies. I'm going to cut these into cards, and this is my board. I don't know if you can really read it, but basically they just start and go all the way around to the center. And there's like little special spaces where it's like, go again, or move back 3 spaces, move to the next yellow space, move to the next green space. So I have to go in and by hand color all of these, which shouldn't be too bad because there's not that many. And I think once I do that, I'll be good to go. I am gonna laminate these boards so that I can reuse them. I printed these on like cardstock. I think it's cardstock, colored paper. So they're a little bit more durable. So let's get cracking. Good morning, happy Wednesday. So yesterday was kind of crazy, just leaving. So I did end up finishing my board game Algebra Land, and I want to show you guys. So this is the board, super cute and colorful, and then I have matching task cards. So these are just different types of questions. So wherever they land, they're gonna roll a die, and wherever they land, they're gonna pick that color card, and they have until their next turn to do it, to answer it. So I am pretty much set for the game. Before I do any of that, let's do my daily brain game. Okay, it's pay attention. All right, 3E3, AODBO. Okay, I say O, it's 0. 3E3, A0, DB0. 3E3, A0, DB0. 3E3, A0, DB0. Let's do it. What's the fourth number? E3E, so 3, E3E, A0. No, it's 3E3. 3E3, A0, DB0. 0? Hurrah! I actually forgot. Instead of going to PLC today, we are going to a training. Since EOC is starting next week, we need to be trained on how to give yet another test. That somehow went worse than expected. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I knew that making the game would be unappreciated. I just did not expect it to be so disastrous. It wasn't really disastrous. I'm being dramatic. But, I mean, no one really liked it. No one was happy to be doing this instead of worksheets. They were all just kind of, I mean, like, some of them were fine with it. But when they finished a round, because that was all I did with them today. So when they finished a round, I told them to play again. And they were pretty upset about that. Sorry. So, yeah, I will not be doing that again. I feel like I always learn and then I always forget. Like I try to do something fun and it completely flops because they're just not going to be happy with anything. Like even if I gave them a completely free day, they'd be mad at me because I won't let them use their phones. And even if I let them use their phones, which I would never, I feel like they would find something else to be mad at me about. Well, if we're not going to do anything and you're going to let me use my phone, why am I here? Why can't you just let me go home? You know what I mean? Like, they would find problems with anything. And that's just high schoolers in general. That's like, you know, I'm not saying anything bad about my kids specifically. It's just, that's how high schoolers are. But, yeah, that was woof. So, tomorrow we are playing our last game. And it's just a class-wide bingo. And if it starts going downhill, I already have an online activity that they can do in silence. But you'll never guess. You'll never guess. Maybe you can guess. Maybe you can see it in the background. Someone found my pencil sharpener. If you were not around during benchmark testing, my pencil sharpener went missing. And I asked the teachers that were in my room. Nobody knew what happened to it. And so I would just kind of finally had chalked it up to, you know, like it's just missing. It's missing. I'm never going to find it, never going to get it back, whatever. But then one of my students today goes, I have a really big gift for you. And I think you're going to be really happy with it. And I'm like, what is it? What could it be? Because I feel weird when the kids give me gifts sometimes because I'm like, oh my gosh. You didn't have to do that, you know? But I was just like, what are we talking about? And he pulls this out of his backpack, and I almost started crying. I was like, you're kidding. It was in some other teacher's classroom, but it was, like, tucked away in a shelf, so, like, it wasn't even being used. So I truly don't think that anyone, like, stole it or was, like, trying to use it or anything. I think it just got misplaced. I'm just happy to have it back, and I'm not upset at anyone in the school. Oh, home sweet home. One thing that I've noticed about these children is they just think that they can opt out of work. Like, straight up, if they don't want to do what I have planned, they just won't do it, which is crazy to me. Like, it is not like, okay, obviously my students that don't care and, like, that are skippers or sleepers or whatever, those that I've been known that they're going to do that. They're just not going to do it. They don't care. But, like, it'll be kids who have good grades and they know what's going on, they know what they're doing. I'll have an activity and they'll just be like, oh, I don't really want to do that. And so they just won't. And I'm like, I never even considered that as an option. Like, that's crazy. They just don't do it. And that's hard because I'm like, I can't take every single thing for a grade. Like, I told them that this was for a grade because they weren't doing it. And I was like, no, y'all, this is for a grade. Like, you have to do it. Like, it's a game, you guys. Like, literally, just do it. And then they will ask, well, is it for a grade? And if I say yes, they might do it. If I say no, they definitely won't do it. But then even if I say yes, some of them are like, it probably won't hurt my grade that much. What? That's crazy talk. That is crazy talk. I'm headed home. It's 4:20. I got everything planned for tomorrow and Friday, and I went ahead and started planning Monday also. And then after STAAR, these are my lesson plans. We're just doing some projects. Oh, look what my friend gave me. It's an emotional support dumpster fire. Oh gosh. All right. Yeah, I cleaned up because it's a mess over here. I still need to put a bunch of stuff into like my master binder and my like extras binder, but that'll just have to wait for another day because I want to go home. Good morning. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. Today we are doing systems of equations, and I'm really not that worried because basically how we are doing systems is I'm not even going over elimination and substitution. Like the only way that I'm teaching them to solve it is by putting it in slope-intercept form and graphing it and then finding the point where they intersect. So we have been doing a lot of practice with converting from standard to slope-intercept form. So I'm hoping that they have retained that and just keep practicing it. I know they're sick of it because it's like, you know, annoying, and it's one thing that Desmos absolutely cannot do for you. So yeah, they're a little annoyed, but we're doing bingo as a class, and I think I want to move up my desk arrangement. I think I do. Because right now they're in groups of 4, and I think I want to move it to where everyone's facing the front and they're just in pairs. That way they can do the bingo today in pairs. We'll see if I have time to move all the chairs, or all the desks. We're doing the bingo, but that is just like they're given 2 equations, find the solution. So that'll be a lot of that practice, but I think I want to also have some sort of practice with word problems because there are a few questions like that that they just really need practice with. So I'm gonna figure that out. Hopefully I can find something pretty quickly. I think there's already something in our calendar that I can just repurpose, but we'll see. My heat right now is popping off. It is so loud. I don't know if y'all can hear it, but it is so loud. But let's do my brain game. Let's do my daily brain game. All right, let's see. What did I make? 153. Well, I'm pretty sure I could do 100 plus 75 minus 25 plus 3. Tell me y'all can hear that. I've never heard it this loud. That's actually insane. Anyway, let's see if I'm right. Whoa! Okay, they did not do it that way. Maybe they did. I think they just did it like backwards. So they did 3 plus 75 minus 25 plus 100. Yeah, they did the same thing, just a different order. PEMDAS and all that. Today was such a good day. Like, I am shocked at how good today was. Like, all of my classes acted fine. Like, they were pretty much all engaged. We did bingo, like I was talking about, but it was whole class bingo. So all it was I gave them a system of equations in standard form. They had to convert it to slope-intercept form and then graph it on Desmos. So it was just repetitive, like the same thing over and over again. And so it was like some of them, and I gave them 2 minutes. So some of them finished really quick, like within a minute. Some of them finished within 30 seconds. And so they got like chill time just to wait for everyone else to finish. But then the ones that were struggling, like you could tell from the beginning of class to the end of class how much stronger they got and how much faster they got and more confident they got. So like if they could all remember how to do that, that's great. Like they all could do it. Every single one of them could do it today. And it made me so happy. And I did give them free seating today, not as a reward, but just because I didn't have time to come up with a seating chart. And they all worked well with the partner they chose. So I believe I'm going to let them have free seating tomorrow. I did, in fact, change it to groups of 2. And I like having everyone facing the front. I think this is going to be my new permanent setup. How many times have I said that? I don't know. But I genuinely do think, like, I feel like I have the least behavior issues when everyone is facing the front and I don't have big groups together. It works better. So this way, they're not yelling across tables to talk to each other. It's just talking to the person right next to them. And like I said, they're all facing the front. They're a lot easier to manage like that. And I still have plenty of room to walk around. So a win-win, win-win. Honestly, with so little time until the STAAR, like, let's see, so there's Friday, Monday, I don't see them Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then Monday again. There's 5 times. I'm going to see them 5 more times until they take the STAAR. So I'm like, with just 5, do I really want to create a seating chart? Because I already told them after STAAR they could have free seating unless they abuse it, and then I'll make a seating chart. But like, I think I'm just going to let them have free seating from now until the end of the year, unless they, like I said, abuse it or can't handle it, and then I will. But that'll be like a class by class basis. Like certain classes might have seating charts while others don't. It just depends. But yeah, it was a really good day. I'm so happy. And like genuinely, they all got it. And it's been so long since since every single one of my classes has like gotten something. It's just like, what a feeling, you know? Like, what an amazing feeling. And I went through, so our district provides what they call an accountability tracker, which basically gets it's an Excel spreadsheet with crazy amounts of data, and it pulls their prior year STAAR score, and it uses every single district test and the benchmark to project what they're going to score on the STAAR. And then they use that to determine how many growth points they earn in the school. So obviously, like, that actually is really, really good data, because that's stuff that people would have to come up with on their own previously, but now they just provide it for us, and it's like always, it auto updates. It's wonderful. So I was looking at that again, and it is obviously as up to date as it can be. These are the last numbers before STAAR. So I just went through, and on my roster, I wrote out everyone's minimum score that they can get to still earn growth points. So next week on either Thursday or Friday, I don't know yet, one of those days I'm going to have them take the benchmark again, because they can access it through the Cambium website. That basically, it's like a practice STAAR test. So like it looks exactly like the STAAR. It's the same questions, like all that stuff. So I'm going to let them take that again so that they can see how much they've grown since benchmark. Because let's be real, they're not going to remember what the answers were to those benchmark questions. You know what I mean? So like, it's fine. But I really hope that it's a confidence boost for a lot of them. Like, I hope a lot of them do actually meet their growth. And if they don't, maybe that can be like the last little bit of motivation they need to really like study over the weekend. I don't know. But then after STAAR, I'm chilling. Okay, I am straight chilling. I am not worried. We have some projects. We have some stuff planned, but it's not going to be anything serious. And I hate how obvious it is that we teach to the test, but at the same time, like, we can't keep this pace to the end of the year. Like, obviously, we're not going to have free days every day. I'm not going to, like, suddenly lax on all of my rules and expectations. Like, no, you're still, like, there's still going to be grades. There's still going to be assignments. All of that's still going to be there. We just won't have the pressure of STAAR.
Good morning. Happy Friday.
It's Friday, Friday.
I'm so ready for this weekend. Honestly, this week has not been that bad, I think. All I know is yesterday was a good day. So maybe that's, coloring my entire view of the week. But overall, like, it's been fine. We are, like, almost done. And that's what just freaks me out. It's like on Monday, that's the last thing I'm teaching them. Crazy. Anyway, I have my little breakfast here. I made these like breakfast bowls. It just has eggs, potatoes, and peppers and onions. I feel like I need another protein. I don't know. It's so good. We use Delta Math on my campus. And we've been using like the free version or whatever, maybe like the lowest paid version. Well, they just upgraded us to the like expensive version that allows us to do like a lot more stuff. But they upgraded it in April and it expires in October. I'm like, why are we paying for it when we absolutely don't need it? Because I'm done using Delta Math pretty much. Like, I'm not going to have weekly homeworks anymore. I'm just not going to be doing all that. So I'm not going to be using Delta Math basically for the rest of the year. And then we have all summer, obviously, not using it. I'm on vacation. And then when we get back, it's like, oh yeah, you can use it in September. That's it. I just think it's like, I'm grateful that they did buy it for us, but I'm like, maybe we could have waited and bought it in September. That way we could use it all year long. But that's just the joys of, what is that? What would that be called? Like the logistics of budgeting? Because I know you have to like spend all your money by a certain point or something like that. I don't know. So like it could be very well like use it or lose it. So if they didn't buy it, that money would just go to waste. I don't know. Let's do it. Count the words. I'm assuming it's gonna be the word watch because holy moly. All right, let's see what I can do. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I can only find these 4. 5. And I'm gonna call it 5 times. Hallelujah. Salvation and glory. I know that song. Today, I am teaching. I'm not teaching, okay? Today, we are reviewing solving equations, and they just have to put it in on Desmos. So today's going to be another easy, kind of like yesterday, where it's like, well, yesterday they actually had to do some work. Today, they don't have to do anything. They literally just type it in. So I have an amplify for them to do, which is just like 10 questions. It's basically a worksheet that they're going to get feedback on whether or not they're right. And I don't want to hear any complaints, okay? Because it's hard trying to come up with all these materials for these kids. But they're going to do an amplify, and then I have like a coloring sheet for evaluating functions for them to do.
You want to know something crazy? You're the first one here. Actually, the boogie bell already rang, so wait till after the lesson.
Why is everyone late, miss?
Hi. Well, no one's late yet. It's just boogie bell. You're not late. I wasn't planning on it. I was planning on playing one on Monday. Yikes, spikes. We got a lot of tardy people. I need phones in this bucket because I've seen some phones in pockets. Like you, maybe.
I don't know who that could be.
Yeah, it's a mystery who that could be.
That sounds like you're fine.
Late. Hi. Hi. Yeah, you're late. By like longer than 3 seconds. Late.
Miss, I'm starting to talk yesterday.
Yeah.
Can I have the paper? Oh, is it in here?
It should be in there.
What day is it today? And yesterday?
Yesterday was Thursday.
Are they on campus?
I sure hope so. I think so. Check and let me know, actually. If they're not, I'll post them. I wonder why. What's special about today? It's Friday. We have Fridays every week. Hello. Girl, you walked past my room. You went to what?
I was trying to go get breakfast because I was late. My bus was late. I got at 8:50.
Oh, you had to get breakfast?
No, I was trying to.
Hey, good morning.
You think so? Okay.
One of our coaches that grew up in
Hi. Why are you late every day? Breakfast.
middle school.
Hi. They're coming. I think a lot of people went to get breakfast. Someone from my sharpener. No, it's not the new one. Someone found it. That's the same one. Yeah. Hey, great work today. No, that's perfect. That's 100. For real. Good job. Put it in your folder and then put your folder back. Bye. Bye. Oh yeah, and you tire yourself out.
If we don't do any day, then it's a zero.
Yeah. Yeah. That stinks. Well, hey, y'all have a good weekend. You too. See ya. Hello. Who did you run it from? Do you have his Chromebook?
It is a girl.
Do you have her Chromebook? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Do you have her Chromebook? What? Hello. Hi. Yes. Hi. Very nice. Okay.
Not joking.
Okay, go take care of it. Hi. Are you excited for tonight? Kinda.
I'm scared. She's not even
I know the nerves. I told you I can't come, right? Ugh, I'm so sad. If anyone records it, I want to see. Hey. Hey. Yes. Where have you been? What?
He just left.
He just left for the day? Okay, thank you. Where have you been?
Fighting for my life.
Fighting for your life. Have you been sick? I'm so sorry. Are you feeling better? Go to class. Go. 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 Go where you're supposed to go. Go where you're supposed to go. It's not here. Go where you're supposed to go. Where are you supposed to go? Class or lunch? Go. Get there. All right. Your warm-up's on canvas. I have one phone. Any other phones in pockets? Yours is in your pocket? Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Phones in pockets? No? There's a few.
I'll take one.
No. What the heck? What was that? That was crazy. Okay, put them away. Yeah, I'm sure. You reached into your stomach and pulled out a chip. Put them away.
That's what it was for report cards. Yeah. Need to find it.
Now you don't really care. Okay, well, good luck. What are y'all even learning right now? What are you testing over? I was gonna say, do you even know?
Shapes. I don't know.
Some shapes.
Yeah.
Geometry. Yeah. It's pretty safe. Safe.
I don't know.
You literally don't know?
No. It was just 2 days of notes. Yeah, 3 days.
And you have a test after 3 days of notes?
Kind of like,
You have a lot of tests, don't you?
yeah.
You have like a test every other week.
Yeah. It's okay.
Hi. Hi. Wow, none of you said hi. I know, they're just overjoyed. Bye. Overjoyed to be in here. Hi. Yeah. Review. You just put it on Desmos. Bye. He's probably gonna come over here and yell at y'all. Bye. Thank you. Yeah, it was very close to the door. They all keep creeping up all throughout the day. I don't know why. Yes. Can you what? Can I use your purse? Mm-hmm. Hi. Hello, hello. Hurry, hurry, hurry! Hurry, hurry, hurry! I saw her this morning. She's always late.
She's always walking on her man.
I know. You do have a warm up on Canvas. If your phone is in your pocket, it needs to go in the bucket.
Ma'am, I wasn't walking around the boy this morning. I wasn't even here.
You can't find your folder?
I seen you, that's why.
I would look again. I will look for it in just a second. Oh, there she is. Howdy. Another good day today, pretty much. Although the secretary emailed me this morning saying, oh, we need coverage 5th period, can you help? And I said yes, and then I never heard anything else. So I assume they found coverage because I was never told what room to go to or anything, and I'm not about to go hunt that information down. You know what I mean? I'm just going to assume that they found coverage elsewhere. But, yeah, today was fine. The day started off really rough because 9th graders, okay? 9th graders do not have the formulas memorized for area of a rectangle and triangle. And they were really offended that I expected them to have it memorized. And they were like, I just don't understand why they don't put it on the reference sheet. And I'm like, because it's been on the reference sheet since 4th grade. Length times width. 1/2 base times height. Like, that's not hard. Just remember it. But anyway, that was a question that we had to do, and it nearly broke my sanity. But other than that, they all got through their work. It was pretty easy, and I was able to have really good conversations with them about like the STAAR coming up and stuff. And I wanted to cry for happy reasons because I've had so many of them come up to me and be like, wow, I feel like I actually know everything now. Like, I feel so much more confident going into the STAAR. Like, I think I'm gonna pass. I think I'm gonna do well. And just because like they were like, I didn't get it the first time and like I forgot a lot of it, but now I feel like I know it all. Like, I feel like I could do it all. And makes me want to cry. It makes me so happy. So happy. One of my students called me over today. Had her hand up for me to come over. I walk over and I go, what's up? And she says, never mind. And I'm like, what? Like, just, what? And she was like, no, it's embarrassing. I'll tell you later. And I was like, oh, okay. And then I come sit down at my desk, and then she writes me this sticky note, which I don't know if you're going to be able to read this. But she said, I was trying to tell you to pull your shirt down because your underwear was showing. Thanks, Queen. I was mortified. I mean, I don't really care because it's just underwear. But I forgot that the jeans that I'm wearing are not high-rise. Like, my belly button is here. Like, these are mid-rise. And especially in the back, they feel low-rise in the back. And yeah, my underwear was definitely showing. So I tucked my shirt in, and I haven't had any more accidents today. But that was awesome, you know. I think that's it. My battery's about to die, so I guess I'll say goodbye to you guys now. I'm going to finish up this conference being as productive as I can so I can leave as soon as the bell rings. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you have any ideas of what you would like to see from me, please let me know. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.